Freedom. Does it set us free? Or does it create new chains? John Stuart Mill trusted human reason. He believed if you give people freedom, they'll talk, debate, think for themselves, and slowly become a better version of themselves. But Erich Fromm shows a different picture. When humans have freedom, they'll give it up. So which is it? Does freedom liberate us? Or does it push us into new forms of dependence? Let's break this down into 4 perspectives. 1. Psychology. Anxiety changes everything. We're not born independent, right? As babies, we survive because someone else, our parents, decides everything. When to eat, when to sleep, how to stay safe. And our brain learns something very simple. If someone decides for me, I'm safe. If I follow them, I'm less anxious. But if I decide alone, that's risky. And this wiring doesn't just disappear. Now, let's fast forward to adulthood. Being free means I choose, I fail, I'm responsible. No one fixes it for me. In theory, freedom builds maturity. But in reality, freedom increases anxiety. We're supposed to be trained to handle that anxiety and still be able to think independently. But let's be honest, that training isn't easy, and most people don't fully get it. So when anxiety spikes, we fall back into something familiar. Hey, can someone just tell me what to do? Just give me the right answer. Fromm calls this escape from freedom. Second perspective, history. Less freedom, less burden. We think of the Middle Ages as oppressive. No mobility, no choice, fixed roles. But here's the other side. Your place in society was set. Your path was clear. God guaranteed meaning. You didn't have to ask, what should I do with my life? But modern society destroyed that structure. We gained freedom from tradition and hierarchy, but we also inherited total responsibility. And here's the problem. Psychologically, we weren't ready for that. So, freedom doesn't feel like liberation. It feels like isolation. Third, crisis. People choose certainty. Now, what does this mean? Fromm looked at Nazi Germany, and he didn't just say they were evil. He looked at anxiety. After World War I, savings were wiped out, status collapsed, and the future felt blank for the German people. People didn't become Nazis simply because they were poor. They became Nazis because they were unstable. No one offered a convincing story about the future. Then someone came along and said, hey, we are the answer. We'll lead. Stop thinking, just follow. And when anxiety is high, certainty feels better than freedom. Fourth, today, we have more freedom, but we have more pressure as well. We live in a time where we are more free than any other generation before us. We choose careers, we choose identities, we choose opinions. But at the same time, we feel constant pressure. Infinite options, total responsibility. If I fail, it's my fault. Capitalism gives us choices. but it doesn't give meaning to the choices. So we keep asking ourselves, is this the right move? Will this make me successful? Who should I listen to in this world? And into that gap steps in influences, strong political voices, simple good versus evil narratives, and algorithms that feed confidence. So instead of thinking freely, we outsource that thinking out. That's the modern escape from freedom. So what's the solution to this, right? Fromm's answer isn't dramatic, but it's concrete. What is it? So first, people need basic security. If survival feels shaky, freedom feels dangerous. A safety net isn't charity, but it's what makes freedom possible. Second, people need real dialogue. If we can't talk about our anxiety, that turns into anger. Third, freedom is training. We need to practice that deciding, even when you're unsure, sometimes needs to take place. Pausing before reacting, and creating your own standards. So in a nutshell, freedom isn't automatic. It's a skill. So to conclude, Mill believed that freedom works if reason matures. And Fromm warned that fear can break that reason. So the real question isn't, do we have freedom? But rather, do we have what it takes to handle it?